So today we're going to try and find some sort of car setup that makes the game feel nice, even if it's slow. Because look, this is my job. This is what I do. It's what I love doing. And I don't want to be angry or annoyed or upset every time I play the game. Assuming it's not going to change, let's try and find a setup that feels nice. Because even if we then have to turn the AI down to 90 or something, if it feels nice and we can have some fun, that's what matters, right? I want to have some fun. You guys want to watch some fun. You want to be entertained. So, yeah. We're going to just try and find a setup. But let's do a lap on default. And we'll evolve from there over the course of the next period of time. And see if we can make it feel nice, alright? I will say, the default at Silverstone feels quite nice, though. Would half second down, but it feels alright at Silverstone. Oh, mad understeer through there. Oh my god, the understeer is out. How can it be this point to the front end and have outrageous understeer? Alright, default setup doesn't feel too bad at Silverstone, to be fair. We want to make it feel nice and hopefully be somewhat quick. First thing we're going to do, drop down that rear wing. 10 clicks. We're not going to go crazy with it. We're not trying to make it oversteery. But what I commented most on that lap was the chronic understeer. We'll start there. Chronic understeer. Let's try and dial that out. It hasn't affected the stability through slow speed, which is nice. There's a lot of rear grip this year. Oh, okay. Still big understeer into there. All right. Better through there. Feels alright through there. Kind of. 1.8 down. Were we 2.5? I think we were 2.6. Okay. Apparently I had 8/10 there, but there was a difference in the lap times. I believe that's quicker and it feels slightly better and certainly not unstable. So fine. We'll leave that where it is for now. We're going to go straight to anti-roll bars because I believe what I found before is anti-roll bar. When you take that out, it instantly feels a bit more natural. But that was at Imola, was where I've done most of my testing. So we're on 9.11. We'll just try 1.1. Okay, let's see then. So all we've done is take, compared to the last lap, all we've done is take out the anti-roll bar. That's it. Okay, so it definitely leans a bit more now, and it's a bit more. I'd say it's a bit more understeery, maybe, because obviously we're not that roll in the car isn't being controlled anymore. That felt a bit better, maybe. But a lot of understeer on throttle. That's making me want to turn down the diff. Oh, mad understeer through there. Now, just to sanity check that, we're going to do the opposite. Whack it up fully. This is a good sanity check to do. Make a big change, and then you can go, that's what that does. And then when you discover what that does, you can then go, okay, well, what do I want to do with that power? Whoa, see, yeah. Whoa, yeah. Oh, look at it. Look at it. Anti-roll bars, man. Oh my god, this feels awful. Anti-roll bars, man. They're horrendous. Me and Ben play this game for a living. We don't want to hate it every time we play it. Ben hasn't really even played it yet because he hasn't got his force feedback working. Now, I do believe higher anti-roll bar could be quicker. You saw there, we weren't that slow through there because it's controlling the roll more. So in high speed in particular, it will go round quite nicely. Like there, look. The turning's a bit too sharp, but it fundamentally goes on the corner nicely. But through slow speed, oh, like what are you doing, car? Whoa, what are you doing, car? Confirmed. Anti-roll bar low. Feels way better. Even though it makes the car roll a lot, it feels way more natural. The other thing I highlighted in the video was camber, right? The way this game works with the tyres is the lower the camber is, the more grip you get. Again, we'll do a sanity check here. We put the camber low, so it should give us more grip, but in my testing and experience, it's got more grip, but it bites too much, particularly in slow speed. So let's see through here. That felt alright through there. We obviously haven't got other elements set up on the go yet. It feels more understeery right now. Although the lap time says otherwise. It's definitely more grip. It's understeering a lot. I think the diff in particular needs opening. We'll do that next because I can feel that the diff is just forcing the car to be straight when we want it to turn. It's only on 25% though. Not driving equally on each lap anyway. Through there, look how much more natural it is now compared to that last lap because of the anti-roll bar. That's mad. Then again, sanity check. Let's try high camber. God, that's wide. So this tyre leans like that. That's camber, all right? Which you want because obviously with the energy going on in the Formula 1 car, as you go around a corner, it's leaning outwards. And as it leans outwards, if the tyre is angled like that, so the bottom of the tyre is like this, it'll then sort of force it to be more flat and give you more traction, basically. It's not really good at that, but I'm not really concentrating. I mean, other than just generally less grip, I didn't feel that different to me. But we'll see as we evolve the setup. We'll come back to that as we evolve the setup in other ways. In my testing, I've not felt much in toe, so we're not going to touch that for now. Diff's a weird one, but basically, the more unlocked your diff is, the less understeer you get. It can affect traction, so be careful not to unlock too much. Anyway, on throttle diff, generally want a bit higher because, as I said, traction zones, you want a bit more lock there. Whereas off throttle, you generally want more unlock to allow the car to turn freely, I think. Right, we're going to do all that for now. Let's just turn on engine braking to max. Now, of course, engine braking should only affect us when we're off throttle. Whoa. Whoa, yeah, see, I'm not really liking that transition. Let's try the opposite. I'm not really liking that transition there because obviously you go from powering through the rear wheels to the reverse to regenning through the rear wheels, and there's quite a big difference there. Yeah, much more natural transition. Or off throttle, on throttle. I'm just gonna revert that just to make sure. Always do sanity checks to make sure that what you found is as you expected and not just luck. Whoa. Whoa. I think the results speak for themselves, don't they? Tyre pressures are soon. What I'm going to do is I'm going to whack down the rear ride height. Because in my testing, I'm not going to go extreme with it. I'll go to maybe 50. Obviously, with modern era Formula 1 cars, this should give us a bit more downforce, as long as it's not bottoming out. Still turning in slightly weirdly. I think potentially camber might fix that. Oh, that was a very keen turn in. Now, one of the issues with the setup we're creating here, obviously, each individual thing... Whoa, see there, it's a bit slidier. Each individual thing may not add up to the end result you expect. If each thing does one thing, the end result could be something totally different. So what I'm finding now is, with my anti-roll bars being so soft, whoa, like there, and the rear being so low to the ground, as you turn in, because there's no anti-roll bars, the car rolls like mad, and then the rear, because it's so close to the ground, it touches the ground. Because you're allowing that to really squat down and hit the floor. So although that gives us a bit more rear stability, I'm not actually convinced on that. I'm going to revert that. I can't remember where it was. It was there-ish. I think it was about there. Feels alright, to be honest. I think that feels better now. So low ride height is maybe not the way to go. I think it probably is the way to go for performance. Made us a bit slower, but I felt like it felt more natural like that. A bit understeering, but more natural. What I'm going to try next, guys, I'm going to try whacking this up. We're on 25. We're just going to try 40. Whoa, you see it bounce? See that bounce? Jittered across the track? That probably means it's going to feel horrendous, but we'll keep going. I'm definitely getting a bit more understeer now, I'd say. I'd say it's definitely sharper, more understeer, and I'm trying to get less understeer while not reducing drivability. But what I will say is it's not over-rotating. That front end isn't getting away from me. Sometimes you see in this game, the front just flies through the corner and the rear can't live with it. I'm not seeing that. It feels somewhat natural. It feels natural than it does by default to slide. I'm better go. Oh, I'll go down to there. So this should. There you go. This should be lazier on turning, but less sharp, less direct. But when it gets there, it should have more grip. I'd say better in high speed. Bit of understeer still, but better in high speed. It's hard to give absolute conclusions, but soft suspension I would suggest is probably better for performance. Feel though, I'd say it probably is better for feel, yeah. What I found previously, I'll try it now, is one high, one low. Doesn't really work in this game. We have some setups that made it work. Obviously, suspension is not used in isolation. Let's just try one high, one low here. Front's a bit. I don't think I want the front quite this high because it's a bit too keen to turn in. This is just again. It's already got such a sharp front end. You don't want to make it more sharp. Probably, but I'll do one a bit low. Whoa, see there, perfect example. See that front end dying to turn in, and when it did, the rear couldn't live with it, so it caused the car to slide. Yeah, I'm gonna put it back to where it was. Every single time. I'm gonna have it a bit softer than where it was, but fundamentally the same. Right, let's just try that. All right, 4 psi higher all round. So this basically works the same as the suspension, except for pressures make, I think, a big difference in slower speed. No, that feels. We've gone back to F124 handling. just got understeer as well. Like, it's introduced more understeer. And just bad feelings. Bad vibes. Bad vibes all we're getting from this. Look at it. No. Get out of my sight. Get out of my sight. So, what we're finding is softness feels natural, generally, across the board, isn't it? 23 and 20.5. Let's just, again, we'll just do a quick sanity check to make sure that what we just found is correct and that it does now feel a bit more natural than it did. I mean, I was aggressive on purpose through there, and it wasn't too bad. I mean, look, it's not, to me, it's still not as natural feeling as 22 was. It's more natural than high pressures. Anyway, yeah, it feels like little slide through there. Look at that, catching slides, not hating my life. So, we want a bit more rotation, but not too much more. So let's just drop that down by like 10 clicks. We'll just go 60, 32, 60. The problem is, generally speaking, you want the ride height as low as you can get away with, because the lower it is, the more downforce you get, and it's free downforce. It doesn't cost you any straight line speed unless you bottom it out. A lot of unnecessary into there. A lot of unnecessary through there. I think lower front ride height will help with that. We'll lower that in a sec. Yeah, so this feels better for here for sure. For sure. Much better rotation through there. Whoa, that's a bit too much though. It gives us some good high-speed rotation. I did find previously that jacking up the front ride height makes it feel a bit more natural. Let's just try that. Front ride height to the highest setting. Oh yeah, all the unnecessary in the world into there though. My word, that did not want to stop ever. But, is it natural? Yeah, that's alright. It's alright. Alright, I'm not against that. What I might try doing here is dropping the rear down a bit more. 50 on the rear. That should give us a bit more rotation and in theory, a bit more rear grip. A bit more straight line speed. Nice, it's kind of... I don't think that's right, hold on. Well, let's try whacking it up. It's like you say the experiment with a car, yeah. Tried everything, nothing works. There's just no rear grip now. it felt somewhat natural, but there was just no rear grip. Okay, all right. This is good as a middle ground. It was 64. I think this is about right now. I think what we've got here is now pretty natural. Even all that lock, look, even all that lock doesn't slide on me anymore. That possibly because the understeer. Maybe we introduce a bit more front wing, start to slide. Who knows? But it feels all right. I think we've come a long way here. Nice feeling. That's what I'm going to do, just very quickly here, is revert. This is what you did a lot in testing as well. Revert to default setup. Make sure that what we've just done isn't actually worse than default setup. I'm pretty certain it's faster than default setup, but in terms of feeling, all right, feeling. Whoa, see? It's just fidgety. It's fidgety. Whoa, look at it. Whoa. Do you see? You can even see the difference we made with that setup. And this is just, I'm not talking about speed. I'm pretty sure the setup we made is actually quicker, but I'm not even talking about speed. I'm just talking about feeling. I'm trying to make it feel as natural as I can. The problem is, there's no way that Codemasters, EA, make the default setups look like that. Oh yeah, guys, here's the new setups. These are the best ones. Minimum pressures, minimum anti-roll bar. Suspension seems about right, to be fair, because you get too low or too high. That is one of the few parameters that is actually right. Ride height maximum, rear ride height, rear quite low. No camber at all. Was it maximum camber. There's no way to do it. Anyway, look. All right, so far, we're making some good progress. Anyway, back to my setup. What I'm going to do, whack on 10 clicks of front wing. I feel like we're approaching a point of making it feel as good as we can feel with this handling model, and it's pretty good now, to be fair. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. But let's see what the front wing angle does to it. Try and dial out this understeer. Look, see that? Slid on the rear, didn't panic. And I wasn't trying to slide that time. That was just me being a bit too keen with the throttle, but I didn't panic, just catched it. Ooh, okay, that was quite sharp. Okay, we're slow through there. Another tyre screeching into pain. We're slow through there, but we need to lower the front ride height to be quick through there, which I don't want to do. Oh, Yeah, okay, this hasn't really helped the understeer, this high wing. You see, now we're finally starting to get to performance versus feeling. I'm absolutely sure that lowering the front ride height would give us better performance, but I also know it would make it feel worse. Now what we could do is lower the front wing and decrease the front ride height. We will try, oh wow, yes, through here it's mad front end on it. I mean, it's still drivable though, as you can see, still perfectly drivable. Look, that was too much, but what we're going to try here is we're going to try whack this down to maybe 30, is that too low? We're also going to whack that down to maybe 15 to match the rear. You never know. I think this will now feel a bit too fidgety again on the front end. We'll give it a go. Yeah, I mean, look, that front end is unbelievable. It's like less front. See what I mean? Ride height makes a bigger difference than wing level. The front now feels really good. The front feels good, and we've got less front wing. 20 clicks less than the last lap we did. The front is a little bit too low. It's all right, actually. Boost on the exit. It's all right. Look, I think it's slightly less natural to drive. Still flat through there with 15 front wing at 50. It's slightly less natural to drive, but it's definitely quicker. Yeah, so you need a bit more front wing through there. Ah, the moment's finally come, guys. So far, we've just been concentrating on feel, but now it's feel versus performance. Because the thing is, it is drivable. That's fine. It's okay. I think ride height has to be max for it to feel anywhere near natural ride height. Ride height has to be max front ride height. Let's try again. We'll see. It could just be that I could just be being critical of the base physics now, and we can't do nothing about it. But I think we're getting there, chat. I think we're nearly there. I would still say I prefer last year's handling for sure. I don't think that's going to change unless they change it quite big in a patch. But this is now, look. I can go sideways without needing to like panic correct when you overcorrect and it just jitters left and right. I can catch a slide. It feels normal. I just don't like the transition from one to the other. I'm going to take it back out. I just don't like it. I don't like the way it transitions from engine braking to on throttle. I think it's so, you know, real life F1 drivers talk about drivability. They say about the power unit and stuff, how drivable it is or isn't. They say, oh, the upshifts are less drivable. That's what that is. It's drivability. It's fine. It's not as drivable. So here's the setup. 30-15 wings. That seems to be okay. Low diff. You can maybe play with that, but I think low is pretty good. No engine braking is the key one because I think the transition from engine braking to on throttle is weird. So that helped. No front camber, that just gives you better grip. We could increase front camber, but to be honest, we didn't need to at this track. Toe doesn't seem to do much. Suspension, yeah, they're always somewhere in the middle. Lower rear, I think, is a bit better. Anti-roll bar definitely makes the car feel weird. Anti-roll bars, I think, are a bit broken. You want those as low as you can get them to make it feel anywhere near natural. This is the thing that's costing us performance. If we lowered these, we would definitely be significantly faster. So if you want the car a bit more on edge, lower these a little bit. That will help. That's fine, standard. And again, same thing, you want those super low. So generally, if you're going to buy this game and you're going to use this setup as a baseline for hopefully somewhat of a natural feel, use this, but lower the rear ride height if you want a bit more performance, and probably tweak the wings track to track. I think this is going to be a pretty good baseline for all tracks. Anyway, exact same setup, but at Spa. Let's do it. Probably too high wing for Spa, but let's find out. Yeah, that's probably some of the best I've felt it through that final turn. You can actually push a bit through there without feeling like it's going to explode on you. Oh, man. If you're going to buy this game, try this set. Well, try default first, because that's how the developers intend you to use to play the game. But try this setup. This is the nice. I've done 2 corners. This is the nicest I've felt Spa. And they are slow speed corners. It's slow speed one of the biggest issues with this game. I am on a higher wing than I normally am, though. To be fair to it, there's a bit too much understeer through here for sure. It's definitely want lower ride height to dial out a bit of that understeer. But look, basically what I'm doing here is making a new default setup for you guys. I'm not trying to make it the quickest setup in the world. I'm trying to make it feel nice. I'm pretty sure just dropping out a load of wing would help on this track. It feels natural to drive. It's understeery, but other than that, it feels natural to drive. It's a bit wide. We've done it. And look, I still think F123 feels better. And F123, if this setup becomes a setup that I use a lot, there won't be much setup variation really. Ride height and wing level is it really. Let's push through here. Oh, look at that, it grips. It grips without sliding. We're a lot slower, but it feels nice. That's what I wanted to do. I'm not happy with that setup. I am. It's not perfect, but it's a big improvement. And we can now, once we're allowed, as of, I think it's next Tuesday, which is when the game is released, do career mode. I think we're now at the stage that with that setup, we can start to just, even if we have to lower the AI a little bit, even if our absolute performance isn't great, start to actually just experience the game and try and forget about handling. And hopefully they introduce some patches to bring it more towards what it felt like there. Hopefully. Anyway, that's it from me, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this stream. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode. This not an episode, this video, whatever you're watching. Please do follow if you haven't already, especially if you're going to give the setup a go and you like it. Please do drop me a follow on whatever platform or all platforms. Look forward to more next week, guys. And I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.